I'm Jake with Winter Equipment, and today we're going to be replacing this factory Metal Pless ski with Winter Equipment's MoDUS system. As you can see on this ski, the front of the ski is wearing heavier than the rear of the ski. Eventually that would cause the front of the ski to completely wear out, still leaving material on the back. This would force you to replace the entire ski when 60% of the material that you paid for, you're throwing away. So we are going to start by removing this leveling marker. This is in place to ensure that the box sits level when in operation. This gray portion is attached to the sidewall and the red portion is attached to the floating ski. So if you keep both of these sticks parallel, your box is level during operation. You won't get a lot of heel or toe wear. That's an easy way for the operator to tell the angle of the box in relation to the surface from the cab. Now we're going to take it off. Key thing to remember here is to put all the hardware back where you took it out from so you can find it during install. We're going to remove this leaf spring here. Do you want to try and break that guy free in there? Okay, let's get this top guy too. If you want, I could probably get this one. Gotta be close, right?
Yeah.
Step 1, remove leaf spring. Complete.
Good?
Yep.
You on them?
Almost, hold on. Okay. Ta-da! 1, 2, 3. Ha! Now we got to remove our leveling stick.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to
Use our trusty hammer, removing our leveling stick. So we have the old system off. Now we're going to be assembling the Winter Equipment MoDUS system, installing it onto the box. The easiest way to do this is to install all of the shoes to the Winter Equipment adapter plate, and then install that entire assembly onto the box, one plop. As you can see, this is the inside of the wall of the adapter plate. It uses plow bolts to hold the MoDUS shoes in place. So from looking at it, the countersunk square holes will face the inside of the box. The adjustment for the leveling stick will be on the outside. The rearward-most facing shoe, you'll notice, is different than the front shoe. It is exactly half. That is so the cutting edge doesn't interfere with the shoe system during operation. So remember, the half shoe goes in the back. Using the included hardware, slide the shoe on. The washers, which are individually packaged, so we've got these started. The nice part about this is once we get the front shoe on, it'll stand on its own.
Where's the washers in it?
The individually packaged washers?
Yeah.
puzzle are this little filler plate and the front skid shoe. Those are attached with the same hardware in the same fashion. All of the hardware that comes with the MoDUS system that holds the replacement wear pads on is dichromate coated, and that is either a silver or a black finish. The dichromate hardware reduces rust and corrosion and ensures these bolts will last you a lifetime and come off when necessary.
Or one short.
Got more over there. I just kind of eeny, meeny, miny, mowed it. At this point, once all of these shoes are secured and on a flat surface, you can go ahead and tighten them up. So some of these components to mount this sidewall adapter onto the box will need to be reused. There are two main bolts that hold this whole system on. The bolts themselves are replaced with slightly longer versions with the Winter Equipment MoDUS system. The nylon lock nuts that come on the box will need to be reused. You will also need to get these bushings off of the bolts and reuse them as well. So we're going to be getting rid of the OEM bolts, replacing them with the elongated Winter Equipment bolts, reusing the old bushing and the old lock nut. Before we install this system onto the box, we're going to need to reuse the leveling stake. To do so, you can use all of the OEM hardware that you use to remove it. Take your leveling stick, slide him in the slot, put the OEM bolt that you removed back in, and that same OEM nut. And mount this little fella on here. Is we have our handy dandy all sizes. Wow, which is just big enough maxed out. You want to make sure these are snug, but not too snug, so that the box can still articulate. The next step here is going to be knocking these bolts out of the leaf spring and replacing it with the longer ones that come in the system. The adapter plate is thicker than the OEM adapter plate, so the leaf spring needs to be spaced out accordingly so that it still sits parallel with the box and retains functionality. So we're going to be removing the old hardware from the leaf spring, installing the new longer hardware. We're going to be reusing the OEM bushing. This is the top bushing where it mounts to the sidewall. You will also be adding 2 included washers. This will space the spring off the box and keep it in line. You will also reuse the old washer on the bottom. Now you're ready to install your leaf spring. So what we've done is remove the OEM bolts, utilize the OEM bushing and washer, and added 2 washers where the leaf spring goes into the box. This ensures that the leaf spring stays parallel and retains functionality. Have to go up a little. down a little, and we're there. Now, as you can see, the leaf spring is spaced off so it's not rubbing on the adapter, but it's still sitting parallel to the box, retaining functionality. All right, last piece of the puzzle here is getting this leveling stick back together. Mount him up, slide him down. We'll snug this guy up for the final tighten. Too much. You want just so you can feel some play in there still. And there you have it, an installed MoDUS system. So as you can see, once this system is installed, you retain 100% of the float as well as the leaf spring's functionality. That leaf spring is now spaced off with the included washers to ensure that that sits parallel with the box and doesn't hit the side of the adapter plate. As with all of Winter Equipment's MoDUS systems, these modular shoes are independently rotatable and replaceable. In this specific instance, with this back shoe being half size, the rotation would be left to right only, not front to rear, but they are individually replaceable as needed. This material that we make these shoes out of is chemically equivalent to like an excavator's bucket tooth. These castings have 4 pockets on the underside, which we put in our Impervium Carbide matrix weld, ensuring you years and years of use. The one major thing to remember is not to over tighten these 2 large fasteners, or you will lock the movement of the plate out and it will then become a fixed ski. The Winter Equipment's MoDUS system comes with winter satisfaction guarantee, as do all of Winter Equipment's engineered products. The satisfaction guarantee means that we're not happy until you are.